There's a moment when you realize this isn't your life anymore, and it's time for a change. Sit, speak your truth.
Some people thought I was too old to start a business. I'm 57, living abroad, and building something that will far outlast any job I've ever had. So welcome to the channel, Sit, Speak Your Truth. If you don't know me, my name is Z. I am going to tell you a little bit about myself and how I got started on my journey. So I was living in the U.S. I am originally from Maryland. I had a pretty good job as a state employee, as a procurement officer. I had been doing that for about 7 or 8 years. I had been with the state for about 13 or 14 years, give or take. But there was so much going on in the world, and honestly, not to go down the rabbit hole, I just felt in my spirit that it was time for me to take a break and go elsewhere for a while. So that's what I did. I had a home that I sold, I put on the market and left, and it wasn't even sold yet. I took a leap of faith. It worked out in my favor. I packed 2 bags, a purse, and my dog Zeus, and headed for Central America. So I currently live in Panama. And although I did all of this, I had a lot going on at the time. I had just lost my father to almost a 12-year battle with prostate cancer. For 11 of those years, I had been his primary care provider. I lost a relationship that was kind of dead in the water and not really going anywhere, and had been in that relationship for many, many years. And I just decided with all this going on that I needed to take a break. So in moving to Central America, which was a good move for me, I moved up in the mountains. I live in a mountain town called Boquete, and it has worked out beautifully. However, that being said, I am not retired. Although I am 57, I do not qualify for early retirement until I'm 62. So I am not a multimillionaire yet. So I had to figure out how I was going to generate income. So I prayed on it for a while. And I just let spirit guide me. And so being on YouTube, you see a lot of things, and you see 10,012 creators telling you the latest way to make and earn money. But I wanted to do something that was going to be sustainable for myself, that was going to be fairly easy, because having created this new life and new environment, I want to enjoy it. So I didn't want it to feel like a full-time job where I'm sitting at a desk, 8 to 10 hours a day trying to hash things out and make it work. That's not what I wanted for myself. So that being said, I came across Legacy Builders. And I originally came across a wonderful woman from Canada, Wendy Nolan. I saw some of her videos online. And she was, talking about this program. And then she was also talking about how she had started something on her own. So I went to one of her online free seminars that she had, and she was showing people how to create a freebie, a free whatever, a checklist, template, whatever that you give to your viewers for free, to kind of, help them lean in towards what it is that you really are trying to sell, your skills, knowledge, ideas, life experience, whatever the case may be. In going to her seminar, I learned about Legacy Builders, the digital growth community. And in learning about that, I decided to go down that rabbit hole. And it was a rabbit hole that blew my mind. And so this wonderful woman, Michelle O'Neill, created this system, this program that could help people, women, men, whoever, to build online income, sustainable, real online income, and most importantly, to learn the skills that you need moving forward in the environment that is now our reality, right? Because we are no longer talking about having jobs, with FedEx or UPS or Amazon, because they're laying off people left and right. The actual corporations are really beginning to squeeze, right? The little guy. You are no more than just a line item on their budget sheet. That's what you are when you work for them. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your circumstances. They don't care about what you're going through. They don't care about your hardships. They just expect you to show up. And so now that there is this new entity called AI, where they can have AI show up for free, and they don't have to worry about paying salaries and paying health insurance, and paying sick days and paying personal days. Don't have to worry about doing any of that. Out the window. What the hell do I need to have you for when I can have a machine do your job, 1,000 times faster and for free? Understand where we're going. So in thinking about all that, I'm like, okay, so I really need to hone in on how I can create a business for myself. So I went down the legacy rabbit hole, and it was the best decision that I've ever made. So now I am actually able to create digital products. I'm actually able to share those products with the world. I can get income from them. I have Legacy Builders itself, which is a wonderful program. Once you come into the program, whatever level you decide to come in at, whatever you sell, you keep 100% profit. And that's where she really got me, because most entities, most business models, you come in, you sell whatever for the company, and they give you a percentage that you're an affiliate, right? So I'm going to give you 15%. I might give you 20%. You're going to get a percentage of what you sell. Legacy, whatever you sell, it's 100% profit in your pocket. You can actually earn a phenomenal living just selling Legacy. But I have other things that I want to do. So if you are someone that has ideas of how you want to branch out and how you want to give back, this is a wonderful way. This is a fantastic way to do that. And the best thing about Legacy is the community. This community is almost 60,000 strong worldwide. People are coming together. They are helping one another. You can go onto the platform anytime, day or night. There is somebody on there. You can throw up a question if you're stuck on something, if you need some inspiration, if you're having a bad day, whatever the case may be. Everyone is there to do the same thing, and that's to build financial security for themselves and their family. And we're there to help one another, and we can help you too. So that being said, one of the biggest issues that a lot of people have in starting something new, especially if they're older, is the age thing. And I'm just here to reinforce to you that age is simply a number, and you do not let that prevent you from trying something new. As long as you're on this planet and you are breathing oxygen and you can ambulate yourself fairly well, you should be out there doing things, having experiences, learning new skill sets, learning new things, and giving back. We need to come together as a community, because the corporations don't give two flying Fs about you. I've already covered that. So then if that's the case, what do? Well, then we start using our skills, our mindset, our things that we've learned over having 3 or 4 different careers in our lifetime, our life experience, and we bring that together and we share that with other people. And that's how we can sustain ourselves. And that's what I love about Legacy, because it helps you to do that. Now, what else do I want to talk about? And back to age, your experience is not, it's not a limitation. It really is your superpower. Like I say, the older you are, the more that you bring to the table. The older you are, the more life experience that you have. The older you are, the more things that you've been through. I'm telling you, having been a young person and having been the age that I am now, and having had so many people come up to me and, Z, can I ask you, can I tweak your brain with some things? Young people need help. So let's help them, okay? They need role models. They don't always have them in their home. They don't always have people that they can lean on, that they can depend on, that they can turn to. So let's step up and let's be those people. So Wendy is how I learned about Legacy Builders. She was my introduction to Legacy Builders. And so, I just have decided to use, this is going to be the path that I'm going to use, that I'm going to go down to start my online business. And it is working out very well. The thing that I love about Legacy is that it's not a program. Oftentimes, they'll kind of bait and switch you, come on, this great digital program. We're going to teach you X, Y, and Z. And when you get down the end of the rabbit hole, it's like equivalent to the cost of like, a full-time course at a local university, $3,500, $5,000. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting ready to do that. So the thing that I love about Legacy is that it has tiers. You can come in tier 1 at $100, tier 2 at $300, tier 3 at $6, tier 4 at $9, and they also considerably have a tier 5, which is a $1,400 program, which is what I chose for myself because it allows me to sell and have websites in both English and Spanish. And since I'm in Central America, do like the neighbors do. So that's working out really well for me. The other thing that I love about Legacy is the fact that you have a community of almost 60,000 people worldwide. And you actually have a community on School, which is a learning platform. And you can go onto this community any time of the day and night. And I have, when I first started, because I was my footing was not really solid. I was a little unsure and I had questions, and I would throw a question out there, and literally within like 5 or 10 minutes, 1 or 2 people have already responded to me. They're either giving me links on where to go or giving me suggestions on what to do or telling me to reach out to tech support, whatever the case may be. Very, very helpful. And they always cheer you on. So sometimes people come on and they're like, there's a section for win. Like, I got a win today, blah, blah, blah. And people are just so supportive. Way to go. Way to knock it out the park. Good for you. That's what you need. Even though you're not seeing these people face to face, it's more of a work environment than some of the work environments that I've been in my life. Very supportive, very open, very receptive, just a great, great group of people, like-minded individuals. And that's what you need. If you are someone that is really about, it's not just about making money. Yeah, I want to earn income because I want to be comfortable. I don't want to have to go without. I don't want to have to worry about where my next bill is being paid or my next meal is coming from. But in the same token, I want to be able to give back to other people and help them build, right? Because it's about community. And that's what I love about Legacy. It's all about community. Not to mention the entire resource vault that she has created with all of the templates and all of the videos and all of the online trainings that you can go to at any time and learn. Right now, she's building a new program within the digital growth community, within Legacy Builders, specifically just about AI. That's what people need to learn about. You need to learn about AI. It's not going anywhere. So either you act like a hot dog and catch up and you learn how to make it work for you, or in, 2 years, you're going to be so far behind, you're not going to be able to catch up. We have to you never stop learning. Never stop learning. I had a fantastic professor. I had lots of great professors in college, but Marvin Halls, if you ever see this, I just want you to know, I love you. So Marvin Halls was the director, or whatever you want to call them, dean of the School of Music where I went to school, Seton Hill University, shout out. And I will never forget, you go to school and you learn so much stuff, and sometimes someone says just that one thing that just sticks in your craw and you just never forget. And the one thing that he said in class to this day that I will never forget is he said, the key to being successful in life is not being the best at one thing, but being able to do many things well. I can still quote him word for word. Marvin Halls, you're just a gem. So that is what I have to say to you. Don't look at it as, oh my God, and feel overwhelmed. The thing is that we need to learn how to do many things well. And once you begin to learn how to do many things well, you can build upon that, right? You create a stepping stone for yourself to the point where you get great at many things, right? But you have to start somewhere. So I implore you to think about it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how old you are. It is irrelevant. Understand that in this day and age, we have to be accountable for ourselves. You cannot depend on Uncle Sam or a government subsidy. You can't depend on, them to come help you when there's a disaster, because we've seen what happens there. You can't depend on SNAP benefits, because we've seen what happens there. You have to be able to sustain yourself. And I'm going to speak to my sisters out there that I know that are out there, and y'all are grinding and hustling. And some of the things I've seen the hoops that I've seen you jump through are just unbelievable. I'm going to tell you something. Hustle for yourself. Some of you holding down 2 or 3 jobs trying to make ends meet. I want you can come in at $100. I want you to think about, I've spent $100 on a girls' night. Used to do it all the time. It was nothing. It was nothing to me. Invest in yourself. No one else is going to invest in you. You have to invest in yourself so that you can take care of yourself. And if you have a family, your family. That's what reality, that's what this environment, that's what this world has taught me. And so I want you to know that with this program, you can do that. On that note, I do not like having long videos, because most often than not, people do not stick around. So I'm going to thank you for hanging in there with me if you hung in there with me this far. What I do want to say is that if this brought you any value, if this has made you think at all, I would really appreciate it if you would comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It is my desire to show up every day and try to give you encouragement, to answer questions, to explain how you can make this work for you. You can absolutely make this work for you. You do not have to be at the behest of a boss, of a supervisor, of a company, a manager, a corporation that just at the end of the day does not give 2 shits about you. For what? You give them loyalty, and what do they give you? I want you to think about that. So if you are interested, you want to learn more about legacy, you want to learn more about how it can benefit you financially and set you free and get you off the plantation. By the way, I don't care what color you are. If you work for someone else, you're on the plantation. Get your butt off the plantation and build your own for yourself. Please comment legacy below, and I will send you the information. Okay, lovelies, thank you so much for joining me again today, and stay tuned because I will be back tomorrow with another video. Much love to you all. Thank you so much. Take care. See you soon.